Oh heck, says I've gone live. I don't think I am. Yeah, it might be a red one. And then everything goes kablooey. Well, I don't know. I think you might be getting a private one-to-one live stream here, Sarah Jane. But can we think of anyone more deserving? I didn't know. I didn't know. I was just mucking around quietly, trying to work out, can I actually get my camera to go live? I didn't realise that anyone would know what we're up to. You all right, Mark? Oh, and a skullfish as well. Hello, Mr. Skullfish. I hadn't really prepared anything. It was just um, doing a test live stream to see if I could actually get it to do it. I didn't know anyone would get any kind of notification or anything like that. So, hello everybody. Welcome to the land of twerps, where we just make it up as we go along. Yeah, it was almost a secret date with Sarah Jane, but now we have extra visitors. Um, no, I've just got a bucket underneath me. So underpants, they're biodegradable anyway. So that's right. Skullfish. Something like that. All right. A sexy, so very sexy. Sit bags are to the rear, middle, and front. Optional on live streams anyway. Well, yeah, I'm definitely not standing up, or everyone will see the tutu that I'm wearing. uh, about oh god, sexy twirl, sexy twirl. You want me to twerk or you're twerking, Mark? Because I'm choosing to believe that you just sat there twerking, twerking away, twerk, 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 twerk. Let's. Deep breaths, Sarah Jane. You can do it. I believe in you. Yeah, I can see me having a go at twerking. I'll probably end up with YouTube coming after me for now you owe us your soul for desecrating the entire of YouTube with your boingy booty. So does this mean that my attempt at a test stream can be deemed successful? I managed to desecrate the YouTube streamage. Give you a song. Oh, let's see. Oh, I'll do a sexy song for you. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? I've got somewhere to do now. How's that? I'll do it for you, Sarah Jane. Successful's a bit of a stretch, can only improve. Well, yeah, when you're this crap, you can only get better. I should have given you the earplugs before I sang the song. That's where I went wrong with that one. Mm. Probably on Tuesday when Phil does it. I don't think I've got a quiz. Unless you want to try and guess my IQ. Shouldn't take long. Less than any digits. That's your hint. I would, but my chair would vibrate if I did that, Mark. Uh, that'll get Sarah Jane excited again. Tip of the week. Tip of the week. Let's have a look. Is it too soon for that one about yellow snow? I thought I could sneak onto internet without anybody noticing, just to see if I could get this to work. Oh, I've got hobnobs. I've got a great big tin of them somewhere. Uno momento. Ready for this, Sarah Jane? How's that for hobnobs? See? Bet Phil never showed you, you know, his hobnobs. It looks as though the YouTube chat is slightly ahead of what I'm seeing in StreamYard. I'll have to remember that. Oh, you like the hobnob view? I could lift the lid and think just waft the biscuity goodness your way. Tips and knobs, or the knob of the no, I gotta behave. Well, yeah, there's only on this live stream that you're ever going to see tip of a knob. I mean, tips and knobs. I was acting under the influence of chat then. It's definitely weren't my fault, that one. Notice my innocent smile. I think it's slightly closer to being knob of the week. Makes a bit of a wally of himself on the YouTuberies. I gave up on any hopes of humility decades ago. It's long past that whole ship. It sank to the bottom of the ocean, turned to rust, and is buried forever. So I might as well just go with it. Humility and dignity. Yeah, those two, both smushed together, put in a big bin, and probably buried somewhere that I'll never find them. You know, like a toxic dump. Cool. So since I've unexpectedly got an audience, does that mean I've got to do some model making now? Big words, so best avoided. Yeah, because English good, me am. Well, I can do some Ecto One if you want, or there's that other website, OnlyFans, where I can do just the tutu just for you, Sarah Jane. May need to bring a sick bag with you though. Juggle some potatoes. I don't have any potatoes. I could try juggling hobnobs. Let's have a juggle at hobnobs. No, it's almost. How about if I just sort of go, try two of them, so we go like that, you know? It's almost halfway there. And now I'm covered in biscuit crumbs, great. Oh dear, dear, dear. There's some mucky buggers round here. I'm gonna need a dustbuster. Let's try take it over to the camera to my incredibly tidy desk. That has, and it might be a good idea if I move that out of the way. Yeah. And you need some experience with hobnobs. They just never be returned. It always munch straight away. Yeah, I think I need some experience with sanity. It's a thing that I've avoided for so many years. I don't think I'm. I don't think I've got enough experience with it. Oh, let's have a look. What have I got on bench that I can have a fiddle with to keep you entertained? Which of my bits would you like me to fiddle with? I've got the piece from the Ecto One, or we've got bits of Optimus Prime's leg that are waiting for weathering. And I've got bits that have gone missing entirely. Can I play Space Invaders on the Ecto 1 computer? The Ecto, I'm still building it. Still building the Ecto 1 computer. So perhaps I should get a bit more work done on the Ecto 1 computer so that I can play Space Invaders on it. Where's my brush gone now? Oh no, I've lost my thingy. My thingy has gone awry. Let's get a bit of dirt and grime on this PC board thing. Probably going to end up where the entire thing's covered in, dirtiness. I tend to build it in stages, like layer by layer, in the same way as it'd build up on an actual what's it, whatever this meant to be. And I need a different brush. Where's my different brush? That one's dirty. I've got plenty of brushes here, and all of them are dirty. Well, I could use Bicky Crumbs to build up a little bit of mud, but then I'd end up licking back end at car. Go. That one will do the job. Make sure I've got it in shot. And it's drying out already. This piece is meant to be right up near the back door, and the bottom of it is pretty much in contact with the floor. So I want dirt and grime from the floor to have started using capillary action to start building up on the thing, and I've probably got a too bright of an image there, haven't I? Let's knock it down a little bit so that you can properly see. I don't like it at all. It's all gone wrong. That looks a bit. You can actually see the surface now that I've literally turned all my lights off. Oh dear. Let's see if I can get a better resolution on camera. Full HD. None of that seems to do it. I'm at max resolution that I can. Oh God, what have I just done? Press something and I shouldn't have. Oh, hecky peck. There we go. That should bring it back to normal. I'm pressing buttons. Who let me have these buttons? I shouldn't be pressing them. I'm on literally the minimum amount of light that I can get. And let's see if I turn it like that. Yeah, but then I can't paint it from up there. So yeah, you should have said avoid all of the buttons. All of the buttons. Not fit to be let out in public. Especially when there's buttons about. Air traffic control. You have a problem. It's meant to be giving me. I do have somewhere on here 1080p, and it's only giving me 7 whatever. Let's have another look. Portrait square. That's no use. Why will it not give me full HD? Weird. Let's have a look in here. Ooh, that's done something weird. Watermark slide effects. That doesn't seem to do no. Text overlay screen effects. Let's have a look at the StreamYard settings and see if I can improve it there. Settings, Logitech. Uh, uh, oh, Right, I've worked out why it's only giving me the 720 and not the full 1080p. Because I've gone live and I'm going to have to come out of the live stream to put it into into higher resolution. Dear. So I'll need to make a mental note but next time I attempt this to put in the correct resolution first. Yeah, it's my custom keyboard. And oh, I found the red button. I so want to press it. Oh. Looking okay on your side. Okay. See, just because Mark told me to. Must be just my eyes that are going a bit wonky. You've got decent picture on your end. Where's my red thingy gone? There's my red thingy. Let's get a bit of rust leakage type stuff going on. Okay, so I'm now full of confidence that your guide dog knows what he's talking about. I'm just trying to get all of the tech that's added into back at Ecto 1 to look, sort of second hand. Should be fun. Should be fun. Yeah. Not the ambulance that had Jack the Ripper in back of it, you know. Yeah, I've got it all sort of loose fit at the minute. But it's meant to be that you've got two boxes. These two that apparently ties into the radio or one of the many radio systems. Then it's going to be a bit of a balancing act, but you can get the general gist of how it's meant to go together, like so. And then there's only an inch or so up to the back door. I'm adding in a bunch of extra. Ooh, see, everything's falling to bits now. I've been adding in some extra cabling. It's got nothing linking the bits together. So yeah, just this is the bit where it all my model making becomes kind of like slapstick comedy. I put one piece together and then accidentally tap another, and it'll all fall to bits in my hands. Ay, ay, ay. But I'm aiming to have a wire comes out of this hole into a box that doesn't actually exist yet, that I'm going to rest inside there. And then another wire comes from the same box into this top one. Then you have another wire bridges the two, creating some kind of visible connection between the two. And then another cable that comes from this to a control board that's just inside the side door. What I've had to do full color correction on this section. It's when it came, all of those parts were this kind of silver. So and there's detail parts that are missing. So for now, what I've just gone with, get the color correction done, and then the bottom one of these two boxes has a little magnet hidden inside it, so that once I've finished assembling all of this, instead of having to screw fit it into place where it's permanently fitted, I can just have it magnetically held in place, which in theory should mean that I can then at a later point lift it out whenever I want to continue it, because I've got another 2 years of working on this Ector 1 at least before the delivery's finish, and I'll probably be working on it for even longer than that. Let's see. I also want to do, oh crap, chuck that on floor. I didn't need that anyway. Yeah, telling why, yes I did. Yeah, because they did have, right now I'd be close to completion on it, but Eaglemoss, the company that originally released the Ector 1, they'd gone bust. And there'll be a good year and a half where majority at car, which at the time that they went bust, I'd spent at least 400, maybe 500 quid on the parts. And they went bust, so I'm like, great, that's 500 quid that I might as well use to wipe my arse and flush down bog. So put the bits at car to one side, waited for a year and a half, and then Fan Homes taken over, and they started up the deliveries so that you can pick up where you left off. Well, rough guesstimation, because there's other people that had signed up to it that were further ahead with it, and they've just reached the last one of their deliveries. So watching their YouTube videos, I've been able to determine that it's roughly 2 more years of work to do for me to get the Ector 1 build finished. Yeah, that's what I thought, Mark, when I realised that they'd gone bust. Said 2 parts works that were in making. I heard something similar with someone doing the Aston Martin James Bond car. Yeah, I've heard that there were a James Bond car that were out that never got finished, or a company had gone bust. I don't know. I think that's just before I'd properly got into doing parts works. But apparently that DB5, it's now back, being re-released. But I'm not sure if it's the same company or not. Well, at the time that Eaglemoss went bust, I had pretty much 2 parts works that I was subscribed to. The USS Enterprise, which, you know, uh, weren't too worried about, because I'm pretty sure that they'd rushed that to market and not finished the R&D on it. And the Ector 1, the an unfinished model is, is money wasted in, really. But when it's a parts work that you've got like a year or so into, it's a big chunk of money that you've having to just suck it up and take it that you've lost. Huh. So you mean the DB5 were a Eagle Moss one? Thought it would D'Agostini that had done the DB5. All right. Let's see. And I need to design, sort of redesign parts of this in Blender because you're supposed to have. Let's see if I can get a. Let's try a cocktail stick for the pointiness of goodness. So you got this bit here. It has a set of. It's meant to have a set of AA batteries on it that are rechargeable. They're no-name batteries, and then these bits that have the green in them are meant to be the very old school SCART socket type of connection points. So there should be a lot of pins in both of those two for sure. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to go about it, but I'm going to attempt to get, at least with big one, some pins into it. So I've got a pin vise, a drilly bit that should give me a hole the size of a needle. Ah, so he's got a good finished model. That's always good. Yeah, so so I've got pin vise drill that should be able to. I need to find a pin, like you'd use for if you're making something with fabric and you pin it to the pattern. If I can find one of those, I have some kicking around somewhere. Drill the holes and then chop the pin so that it's, you know, to, into pieces, and then I should be able to make this look more like a SCART socket. I'm calling it a SCART socket, but it's from a PC, so I'm not sure if it's an actual SCART socket, like you used to get in back of TVs for video recorders, and early on it would DVD players had. Quite possible. I mean, sewing pins, it's just limited vocabulary on account of there's not that many brain cells left in me head, and half of them don't function. And I kind of want to get something onto the back end of this box because I don't like the fact that it's just a box on a box. On the actual Ecto One, it very much looked jerry rigged. You know, they've just stripped parts to get what they need, and this smaller box. You got me there, Sarah Jane. I borrowed them. Yeah, this smaller box, it was just an open, you know, it weren't a proper box. It were a piece of a frame that had an open back, and then once it's in place, we have this top box. The top of this box has 4 screws that go into it. That I don't like those holes, so I'm going to put a piece of styrofoam card. Once I've screwed this together, put a piece of styrofoam card over the top, and then you know, try and make it look a bit like it's a piece of sheet metal or something like that. And then those batteries that are on the front of this section, there's a set of wires that come from down behind this panel, and then they lead off. They get a bit of duct tape to hold them together, and then a bit more duct tape, and then there's a piece of tube that the wires fit into, and then that piece of tube disappears sort of into a gap in the side of the rear speaker for radio. So I'm thinking to get wires, because it'd be wires the size of this, but at 1/8 scale. So I can see why they'd have missed it out, because it's tiny fiddly stuff, but I'm pretty sure I can use monofilament line, you know, for fishing, and once it's tied off, bit of heat shrink or something like that for the bit of tube that it goes into, and then spray paint the whole thing black, tie the wires off to the little peg that this bit's being held in place with, and it's, you know, it won't be perfect. Well, it's an extra bit of something to put in there, an extra layer of detail that won't be there otherwise. And which one's which now? I keep mixing up these two boxes because once we out the face plate, they look almost identical. That way around, that way around, that way around. The only way to distinguish between the two is that out of all of these little holes, the top one has an extra hole there and a locating pin on the back of this. Yeah, that's fun, I'm sure. Let's get a bit more dirt and grime on the front of this faceplate. There's me brush, it's right in front of me, as always.